Good morning, good day, whatever time it is you're watching this video. So I'll be doing something different today. As opposed to always be behind the camera, I'm showing my face today and I'll be answering a couple of questions. So hang in there as we get into it. So I've had a couple of persons ask questions as if we lift load on the crane's wheel, and the short answer to that is no. We do not lift on the crane's wheel, we lift on outriggers, and I'll be doing a practical illustration of that shortly. So this is an outrigger. Let me try and go closer. This is an outrigger. This is outrigger number 1. This is outrigger number 2. And at the other end, we have outrigger number 3 and number 4. So if you observe closely, all the wheels are completely off the ground, although this last one is touching the ground slightly, and that's because the crane is in the rest position. When we are stabilizing the crane for a lift, all wheels are completely off the ground. I think the wheel closest to the ground should have a gap of about 2 inches. So no, we do not lift on the crane's wheel, we lift on outriggers. Although under some conditions and depending on the type of crane, it is applicable. That's for those that are crane operators, we know this, but the short answer is no. We do not lift on the crane's wheel, we lift on outriggers, because all the loads, the weight of the load is acting on the outriggers, and then you can't have so much load acting on the wheels. So I'll go over the answer again. We do not lift on the crane's wheel, we lift on outriggers. So to add to that, the basic component of the outriggers are the outrigger beam, that's this horizontal component, the beam, then the outrigger piston, then the floater pad, and the base pad also. We don't stabilize crane just with the outriggers alone. We use a base pad, and that's because the base pad helps to spread the pressure across a larger surface area. This is a class A soil type concrete. It is very strong. If this was a muddy soil, when applying pressure to this outrigger, there's a tendency that this pad will start sinking into the ground. That's why we make use of a pad. So instead of the pressure concentrating on one point and allowing it to sink, we use a pad so it spreads the pressure across a larger surface area. And then depending on the soil type again, we use bigger pads. If this was a much more softer soil type, we use bigger pads to like I said, spread the pressure across a larger surface area to add more stability. There have been cases where outriggers go deep into the soil and then the crane loses stability and overturns. So depending on the soil type, we use the appropriate outrigger base or outrigger pad. Yes, thank you.